Welcome to my new YouTube channel. This is the first time for me making a YouTube video, so please bear with me with if there's anything I have to change. If there's anything about the sound or video quality, please contact me. But today we're gonna tie this Craftfur bait fish. This is actually made for seatrout fishing here in Denmark, but you can use it both in freshwater and salt water. So let's get tying. So this is the device, and I have chosen a AHREX SA280 Minnow size 6, and it's perfect for these small bait fish with this little short shank. And I'm using a GSP Veevus thread. So let's get tying. This is always a bit risky to tying with a thread that's almost used. So we're gonna make a thread base here. Good tight turns, and it's quite simple according to the material used. First I'm going to use a body of a kind of flatbraid, light blue shiny thing from Veevus. Is this one? Maybe it's called something about aquamarine or something like that, but you can use whatever you want, but it gives a nice shiny body. Let's turn. Just have to make it a bit longer in the back, like this. That's better. And we tie it in. And cut it off. I just have to take off my wedding ring because I'm gonna make some noise with it, with the bobbin I can hear. But yes, now it's time for the Craftfur, and I've already taken out some bunches, but actually I'm using all of these patches to give it a bit different variations of it. So you cut off a piece, and we're gonna tie it in backwards. So we're gonna tie it so it's laying in front, and then we're gonna flip it over. So I have to start what's going to be the top of the fly. So cut off a piece like this, and we're taking off the smaller parts of it, like the fake underfur. And this is a bit too much. I'm taking the longest strands away. Actually, I'm going to do that on every part of the Craftfur I'm using. So tie it in, and you can grab it with your fingers to get it on the top, like this. Couple of times, not too many because we don't want too much bulk. Then I have a darker olive like this, and again take out the underfur and the longest parts. You have to grab tight so don't lose them, and they're gonna be a bit longer than the black craft fur. And manipulate it to the top a couple of turns, and then I have a more light olive. I'm using these clamps for this video. It makes it a bit easier to have it ready for you. And again, a bit longer than the dark olive. Couple of turns, manipulate it to the top, tighten it up, and then we have a more chartreuse craft fur. Take up the underfur and the longer strands, and again it depends on what patch of craft fur you have, of how long they're gonna be. And I'm making this the same length as the light olive part. Grab it with your fingers, hold it tight, and then you can make a couple of tight turns. And then we have this graduation of the colors, and that's enough for the upper part of the fly. And then we have to make the underside of it, and I'm using white craft fur. And again, taking off the underfur. This is a slightly bigger bunch than the other, but I'm taking again the longest parts away. Hold tight with your finger so you don't lose them. And again, these are gonna be a bit shorter, almost like the black ones I tied in before. Grab it tight, grab the thread with your fingers and pull down. Grab between your fingers and pull down. And then we have this nice craft fur here, and we're gonna cut off the pieces. You can turn them or twist them so it's easier. Sorry about that. Twist, cut. And a couple of times. You can always trim it a bit. Just be careful you don't cut the thread. And I'm going to give it some flashy blue as well. I have this green chartreuse. Very thin flash blue tied in the front, and a couple of turns backwards on the one side, and we do it again on the other. Where did I put it? Here. Sorry, I just hit the microphone, as you probably heard. And again, on top, and top. Oh, this will be on the side of the fly, like this. Yes, and then I'm gonna use a little tool I have here. It's just a straw in plastic, and have to use a needle to get in between right here to catch the materials like this, and then I will use. Can you hear me? No, sorry, I hope you can hear me. But then we can put it in like this, and we can actually form our head as we want. And a couple of turns just on top of it. Then tighten it. Like this, and then we can sorry guys, just the microphone. I don't know what's it's doing, but I hope you can hear me. Yes. And we'll finish here. Tighten it up. Cut. This hurts my eye. There's a black strand here. Maybe we can fix it. Maybe not. No, sorry. And then we can take a marker here and just on the top, so it matches the head of the fly on the back. And then it's time for the eyes. Have a little water here, so you can make a little profile and cut off small strands you don't want, like this black one. Yes. And I have these Pro Spot Fisher 3mm eyes. Like this, and then we take the resin I'm using the medium viscosity here, put on the eye. Like this. Then cure it. And eye on the other side. Like this. Before cured, you have to see if it matches the first side. That's better. Like this. Then I normally put a drop on the bottom between the eyes. On the top. You can hold back the materials when you do it to get the slim profile. And then I'm gonna put the resin on the eyes, like a millimeter behind, then you can manipulate it. Yes, like this, and cured. And then you only need to trim the flesh and making it the longest strands about as long as the fly, and a couple of them a bit shorter, like this. And actually, that's my Craftfur Sandeel imitation, ready to hit the waters. So, like this. See you at the coast, guys. And again, please subscribe to this channel if you want to get more of these longer tutorials. Otherwise, you can find the tutorial reels on my Instagram if you want the bit shorter version. But see you at the coast, guys.